Hey, good morning. Ryan Woldt from the Coffee People Podcast here. Please head to coffeepeoplepodcast.com and subscribe to our newsletter. We'd really appreciate it, or on your favorite podcast platform. We're here in Bend, Oregon. We're going to be visiting some friends at Watershed Coffee Roasters. I met these guys at CoffeeFest Portland last year. And while I'm getting a cup of coffee, I hope that you are listening to this episode of the Coffee People Podcast from CoffeeFest New York 2026.
We're live? We're live.
So we are recording. We are now live.
We are now live.
I don't trust myself not to say something dumb.
Nah, you're good. It happens.
My name is Ryan.
I'm Gio.
Welcome to the Coffee People Podcast.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
The only time I'll ask you to stare at the camera, tell us who you're here at CoffeeFest with and what you do there.
So I'm here with my two sisters. We just opened up a coffee shop in Bergenfield, New Jersey, Running Latte Cafe. We're here just to get a lot of great feedback, great ideas for the cafe. Obviously, we're freshly into the business. I've been in the hospitality business for over 20 years.
Okay.
Yeah, my sisters, they...
So you know better.
Yeah, exactly. But my sister used to work for the Children's Hospital, big in marketing. My other sister, she does she's a chemist for Pringles and all that. They do flavors. But besides that, the love and everything for coffee came a lot from their side. Our dads grew up together in Colombia in a coffee farm, so that it was always in our blood. Them going in the summers, going to the coffee farm, working in the coffee farm, seeing all that, growing up with it. I'm half Colombian, half Mexican. They're half Colombian, half Ecuadorian. So this is kind of our first name, actually, our idea was La Sala, which means the living room, because that's where we always would meet with the family and everything. It would just be coffee all day, all night. Yeah.
So you meet in the living room over coffee.
Yeah, so they had a prepackaged business before this, coffee business. So they were already kind of getting into the business. My dream was to open a restaurant. Always been in the industry. One day our dad was like, hey, you guys should unite and we should do something or whatever. And we started looking around, we started having meetings and whatever, and then we ended up where we ended up. We found a location in Facebook Market.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
We didn't really want a kitchen, or we didn't want a big space. We wanted to start small. Then we saw this place, which is, we've been very blessed and grateful to find it. And it gave us a lot of ideas and vision and everything. So we really put everything together, for 6 months while it was being, redone and, making it how we wanted it, the vision to be. We just started visiting a bunch of coffee shops, got ideas, and we put them all together, and we opened this beautiful spot now.
So if I were to come to this spot tomorrow and my day off, what's the vibe? What's the experience of coming to your coffee shop?
Bro. So you come in, our number one thing was to have aesthetic. I think it's huge right now. Nowadays with Instagram and TikTok and everything, is to just wow people. We didn't want the name to scream Colombia, so that's why we chose Running Latte actually, but it goes kind of hand in hand with running late because us Hispanics are always running late. So that, and then I also do run. So my next race is Jersey City. My first full marathon is in Philly.
Oh, wow.
So, it's all health and wealth and community driven. So number one, aesthetic. Number two, is the coffee, obviously, because we're a cafe. So we definitely wanted to invest a lot into that. And three, food. We definitely wanted to have food. Great food, small menu, just to see what sells, what doesn't, grow from there, expand as we go. But yeah, so aesthetic, coffee, food.
With the coffee part of it and the family history in the coffee farming,
Any focus on that or any connection back to farms that you may have?
Yeah, so our goal is to hopefully, go back to our roots and really dive into hopefully, getting our farm back up. Right now, we are getting beans from a roaster that is from our town in Colombia. So we are still using straight from our roots. It's just not our farm.
Right.
But we're still very familiar and very, close with them. And eventually, that's our goal, is to get out there and really, side by side, learn about our coffee a little bit more. The bean process, the whole process in general.
Very cool. When you're out and about, you're not at work today.
Yeah.
If you were to stop into someone else's coffee shop, what are you going to order?
So my go-to right now, honestly, has been a ice shaken espresso. I think just tasting the espresso is my main thing. I feel like when you put too much milk or syrups or anything, it's just taken away from the flavor of the coffee. But that or cortado.
So, sorry, you said ice shaken espresso, which is not an answer anyone's ever given on the show. So like a martini almost, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So I've been a bartender for a while. So just that whole it's always been like, even when I trained, because I used to open restaurants for California Pizza Kitchen, I think the biggest thing when I trained the bar was, everybody likes a show. So not only just the coffee machine itself, that people are like, oh, wow, look at the machine, look at this kind of thing. It's more of like what we're doing behind the scenes. And I've been, with the baristas and my sisters and everything, because they're more front of the house, I'm more back. I'm the one that kind of created the menu and everything for the cafe. It's always about giving the show, multitasking, talking to the guests, learning, getting to know the guests, because that's the only way we're going to get them back. The only way of really interacting with them and actually finding out who they are and why they came in. You never know who you're going to talk to. And I've met so many people just bartending in general. And I think a lot of young people nowadays, the young generation, love like the shaken or, yeah, man, I don't know.
Do you find, just because I know you have experience now, a long run of experience in hospitality, and you mentioned multitasking. Do you find it hard not to be doing 2 or 3 things in your head at once when you're in your normal life?
I'm still trying to juggle everything right now.
Yeah.
Right now it doesn't even feel real. I feel like we're playing restaurant right now. Like I said, we've only been like 6 weeks in.
Yeah.
We've been blessed and grateful, but yeah, it's just like creating those like I said, I used to train and open restaurants, so you have to create those systems for everything to flow the way it should flow. So I think right now that's what I'm doing. Like we're creating systems to make our place more efficient, just not for us, but just for the guest, to where it doesn't look as like chaotic.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if there's 3, 4, 5 people in here. We had a run club event that we had 100+ people that came in. So that, obviously the multitasking comes in a lot.
Yeah,
but yes,
sure.
I'm multitasking right now. I'm off right now, and I feel like I'm still thinking about what we're doing tomorrow.
You can't stop, right?
Yeah. Or ideas on food or drinks or what are we doing next?
I always tell my wife she's like a duck, where it's kind of just cruising along, but underneath, it's crazy.
Bro, crazy.
Yeah.
But it's all about how you hold on. Like you could be crazy inside, but just the way you show it makes a difference to everybody, yourself, to the guest, and stuff like that.
Well, I certainly appreciate that, and I appreciate your time, and congrats on the new restaurant. That's amazing.
Thanks for having me in. I hope, I give you enough information about our place. And
tell us how we can find you before we go.
So right now we're trying to get our site up, but we're on Instagram, TikTok, we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, just Running Latte Cafe, Bergenfield, New Jersey. We'll be waiting for you guys.
Cheers.
Perfect. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Thanks for having me, bro.
That was awesome. Congrats on the show.
Hey everyone, thank you for checking out Coffee People today. We hope to see you at our Coffee Smarter Live podcast featuring some great Coffee Smarter experts over the years. That's going to be Thursday night, April 9th at 6 p.m. at Coffee Cycle Roasting in Ocean Beach. It's kind of a thank you to the SoCal coffee industry who helped us get our start. We appreciate you and hope to see you there. And if not there, then let's share a cup of coffee at the World of Coffee Expo.
And I asked that last question because I spent 30 years in hospitality, and I find that it's very challenging now that I'm not doing it every day to like not be doing 2 or 3 things at once. Like I feel uncomfortable all the time.